Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by expanding on three key aspects within my essay. The first is the modern challenge, which is declining TFR in developing countries. The second is the theory we use to view this challenge, which is loss aversion. And lastly is the case study, which is declining TFR in Singapore specifically. Your question might be, what is the pathway the theory takes to enhance our understanding of the modern challenge? Well, the first thing the theory does is that it exposes unapparent cognitive biases in Singaporeans when making childbearing decisions. The way we realize this is we look at the decreasing ideal family size, revealing the diminishing desirability of children in Singapore, thereafter revealing that they possess predominantly negative childbearing attitudes. This results in them viewing children as a loss rather than a gain. The lack of understanding of this phenomenon has ultimately resulted in suboptimal policies which fail to stop the declining TFR in developed countries. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly did we get to loss aversion? Well, we start off with rational choice theory. I wanted to look for a framework that was good at analyzing how people make decisions. The issue with rational choice theory is that it doesn't fully encapsulate the complexities of childbearing and is also very broad. So we narrow it down to the expected utility hypothesis. While this is much better for examining how individuals make decisions under uncertainty, it has often been criticized for being too static or deterministic. Then we land on prospect theory, an improved version. Prospect theory comprises of three components: reference dependence, decision weighting, and loss aversion. But ultimately, we chose the last one due to pragmatic reasons. I only had a 500-word limit, but also through my own testing, loss aversion was seen to be the best out of the three in explaining this phenomenon. And so let's quickly go over some key definitions. One, loss aversion is when we feel the pain of our losses more than the pleasure of our gains. And next, TFR, otherwise known as the total fertility rate, is measured using period rates. You can think of it like this. In a certain year, hypothetically, how many children would a fertile woman have during her lifetime? And so I want to show you that this theory's application is not only seen in theory, but also in practice. And so let's do a bit of historical analysis. Going back to 1987, when Goh Chok Tong announced, have three or more of you can afford it. This campaign, we can see it through the slogan that intrinsically something is wrong. The word afford implies that children are a monetary cost rather than a gain. This campaign was primarily focused on reducing childcare subsidies as well as reducing child delivery costs, but it was ultimately unsuccessful. In 1998, the TFR dropped below 1.5 for the first time. In 2001, the Enhanced Baby Bonus Scheme. This was also unsuccessful. To explain why, allow me to quote the CPF board. This scheme is to help parents who have the decision to have more children cope with the costs of having them. Once again, we are emphasizing the costs rather than the gains, causing the activation of loss aversion. Ultimately, this caused the TFR to drop for the next 4 years. Now, in 2013 was when we saw the first semblance of some success, and this was in the Enhanced Marriage and Parenthood Package. So what did this package give to parents? Well, married couples with one children gained priority access to HCBs. They also gained more flexible work-life arrangements. And so this is why it was successful. I hope that my presentation has not only brought to light the effects of loss aversion in influencing the decision to have a child, but has also shown you that this is not just theory, but has real-life applications too. With that, thank you.